Hi, Coach. Good evening.
Good evening.
Glad to see you in Takwa watching one of our local games. First of all, your impressions about this facility, the new stadium that Goldfield's built for this community.
Yeah, really impressive. It's a raw and real football stadium. I think this is really like top standard. Yeah, for me, really impressive to see that this kind of stadiums can be built here. And yeah, I hope to see more of this kind of stadium. But it's really impressive.
And the game that you witnessed was a game between Mediama, who won the championship 2 seasons ago, and then one of the newly promoted sides, Baseki Holy Stars. I saw you watching when they were missing the chances. You were just looking on. Your impressions about the standard and generally your expectations as the Ghana Premier League begins next week?
Yeah, I think it was a good game. They were both on almost equal level. And you can see nowadays in football there are no small teams. So even though the Holy Stars just came up, but I think they had a very good performance today. Mediama also had their chances. So I think especially like in build-up and also creating chances, both teams did well. But on the other hand, you can also argue that defensive-wise, with the pressing, and then like to prevent from getting the opponents from getting chances, both could do more. So, but it was an exciting game. It was nice to see. I really liked that both teams wanted to try and play football. They were not just kicking long balls. They had a plan, they had an idea, and it was perfectly seen from the outside what they wanted to do. Was good. It was a really good game.
Otto Addo made a big announcement with the Black Star squad the other day, and a lot of Ghanaians have been talking about the squad. You're convinced that you picked up the best players Ghana have around the world for these qualifiers?
Yes.
And what went into, these call-ups?
No, we are observing all the players. We have like a list of round about 60 players who are in our range of observing. So we always like the last months we watched a lot of clips. We couldn't watch so much live matches because there was a break, but we watched like clips from the last season. And at the end we discussed it in our coaching team with John Pencil, with Otto Addo, with Joseph, our other assistant coach. And at the end we came to this conclusion.
Your previous games in the World Cup qualifiers spoke for itself. You set a standard that I'm sure you'd want to maintain. How do you want your guys to take off from these AFCON qualifiers?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that, and it's very important also for the spectators, that we don't underrate our opponents. Angola has a very strong team. They have players playing in La Liga. They have players in England in the Championship. They have players playing in Portugal in the First Division, and in France. So they're strong. They're very strong, and we have to be really wise not to underrate them. Yeah, for us it's very important that we can find into the game with our style of play, but also especially defensively be more compact, not to concede goals.
Then Inaki is returning. In recent times, Jordan gave us a lot to smile about. Fatawi Sarko has been in good form. You must have been monitoring these players, how they began with their respective clubs. What kind of performance are you expecting from them when they come up against Angola?
Yeah, I'm not expecting a certain performance. I know that all of them want to go to the AFCON, so they will give their all. But I'm just hoping that they have a good day. We are hoping for the support from the whole country. And I know that if we work together as a unit and we try to fulfill our plan offensively, but also especially defensively, and everybody works hard to fulfill it, then we can win against Angola. This is for sure. But it's about working together. It's about team chemistry, and then adapting to my plan is very difficult because we just have 3 days of preparation. They're all coming from different clubs with different ideas, and we have to bring all together.
Some have described how you play as the Otto ball. You like to express yourself in the game. Now, can you tell us from your own mouth how you want the Black Stars to play?
Yeah, for me, to be honest, it always depends on the opponent. It depends on how they play, what gaps they give us, and this will decide our plan, how we want to play. And every system has different weaknesses, and we have to use them. And also in combination with our view of our players, what are they capable of doing? So we have to find the right tactics, and the Otto ball, if you want to call it like that, for me is like finding the right positions, recognizing the space when to go deep, also the signals when we can pass, when we cannot pass, then working together, having counter movements in our teams to distract the opponents, and then also bringing our opponents with our good positioning and doubts where to go. If it's man against man, I don't like it that much, so we have to find the right positions where we have, or where we can, how we can create a numeric advantage, especially in the midfield, but then also against the ball, to move as a unit and create a numerical advantage to have a higher probability to win the ball.
You want to entertain as well?
Entertain. I think at the end, when we win, everybody's entertained. And at the end, it's about winning, and we want to win. We want to qualify for the AFCON. So, like I said, it's going to be tough. Even though everybody expects us maybe to win, I can guarantee you it's going to be tough. There's no weak opponent, and we have to give it our all.
Let me ask you this question. The last time when you called up the players for the World Cup qualifiers, you had one player playing in the local league in Frederick Asari. You've called up players for the AFCON qualifiers again. There's only Asari. How do you feel as a coach when people say Otto Addo must include local players in the squad?
Yeah, I think it's good that the people want to see local players in the squad. And for me, like I said it before, it's not about local players or non-local players. It's about the best players we can find. And we all want to qualify for the AFCON. This is our most important task at the moment. Afterwards, it's a World Cup, and this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the best players the country has together to build a unit to qualify for the next upcoming task. And for me, it's never about local or non-local. It's about the best players. But if we can find good players, and that's why I said it before, I want to really try and watch as much local live matches as possible. If I can find one or two players, because it's always difficult from the videos, and now I have the possibility, because I'm not with Dortmund anymore, to watch a lot of matches, and I'll use that possibility. And if we find someone where I think like he's better than another player, then why not?
Interestingly, this television station, Max TV, have been mandated by CAF and the GFA to show the games and produce the games. What do you have to tell our viewers and the people of Kumasi ahead of the big game against Angola?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you for our last support against Central African Republic. Really impressive. Even though we were 2-1 behind, they still supported us fully. And this is what we all expect. We need your support. We want your support, and I say thank you for the last games, and keep showing up and keep supporting us.
Thank you for talking to Max TV. Wish you all the best, Coach Otto.
Thank you. The best for you as well.